Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Outremont. This is GokuAsthmatic, and today we'll be playing ActRaiser for the Super Nintendo Genesis. Let's get started, shall we? So we're gonna start off by naming our hero. As always, I'm going to use the channel's standard Outremont, named after the fantastic neighborhood that we broadcast out of. And as you can see here, it fits perfectly. Let's give you a brief rundown of the story. So, I've been awoken by this child who is informing me that since my slumber, I created the world, the heavens, and then took my rest. But in my dalliance, this a dark species known as Tanzra has seized all that I hold dear. Obviously, my inclination is to respond with violence, so let's get started. I'm going to be showing you the first stage. I like to call this the forest stage because it takes place in a forest. Little refresher course on the controls. First off, your D-pad moves you back and forth. Y is slash, 1, 2. B is jump. B isn't always jump in these games, but you get used to it. That's now that we've dispatched these trolls. Oh, it's a monkey. He's a little too quick for me there. Great hit detection in this game. You can actually slash backwards. Well, you can. That one didn't really work. But that was an angel orb. Angel orbs will give you points as well as health upgrades. You have to avoid these locust trees. They do regenerate. The trolls will regenerate if you go off screen and then return. Same for the monkey creatures. You want to avoid the brambles here. They're going to reduce your hit points. Most things they'll either throw at you, or you come in contact, and then it's going to reduce your health. I'd like to take a moment to draw your attention to this tree man. He's one of the first mid bosses, so that allows me to progress. Another interesting fact: this is actually the first Super Nintendo game to feature slap bass in the score. And that would be thanks to Mr. Yoshi Yamajuji. You might recognize his work on the Sonic Jangus system. He did Streets of Rage, as well as Mickey's Carnival Adventure. Just a fantastic composer. I strongly suggest you check him out on YouTube. Soundtrack listing, or discogs.org. Interesting of the program is to include these zip lines and giant tree men too. It's really a fantastic world of wonder and whimsy that you can really forget your mid-20s in. See here, this tree has demonstrated his fealty to me by moving backwards and frowards. We can climb atop him to receive this angel orb, and now we're back to full health. So, who's the dummy now? And that's gonna bring us up to the first boss stage, where we are fighting a Minotaur. You gotta avoid his lance attack. The way I figured out was if you duck, he can't hit you. Listen to that. You hear the clanging of your sword when you strike these foes. Just a amazing design. You gotta hand it to these guys. I mean, it was 1991, and the Super Nintendo, it was just an extraordinary feat. You could compare it to the earlier systems. I mean, it's way better. Look at these great parallaxing backgrounds. Wendy's he's not going down without a fight, but you just gotta keep wearing away. Patience patience is the key in this game. See, it's a lot like life. Good stuff doesn't always come right away, or you just gotta wait sometimes. But look at that, we're done Act 1. We get some extra points for our life, and I'll see you guys in the God Mode phase. Here we have our 2 followers being created by raw lightning. They will go on to spawn many more in this decadent land of Fillmore. So this was what I was talking about. It's what you call like a god game, like Populars or Civilization 3, Sid Meier's Revenge. It's one of those things where you get to oversee exactly what people do. This one, they kind of, I don't want to say dumbed it down, because you got to stay on your toes, but you deal with the people, they come towards you and explain what they need. In this case, they're asking us to use our lightning to clear these trees around. Interesting that they were spawned by lightning, and now they need lightning again to make the land habitable. That owl was one of the foes that's going to be generated. You see in each city, you're going to be facing off against some monster domes. And so it's a matter of allocating your time effectively. Our second objective is going to be to seal these monster domes, which they'll explain it a bit once I lay out my city's design. But your people, once they move a little bit forwards, they're going to learn the ability to seal up these monster domes. This blue dragon takes slightly more arrows than the black menacing owl, but as long as you plan cautiously, they're not going to be too much of a threat. You'll notice the child does have hit points, though you can never actually die during this stage. What happens is if your bar is lower, the beasts will simply be able to release wanton havoc upon your city until your population grows, and belief in you bolsters a return to your former devastation. We'll also let you know your powers, they can actually hurt your citizens as well. So, or their houses at least, but I'll get into that later. See, now they're explaining to me they've learned how to hunt the noble animals that reside in this area, which is going to grant them the ability to seal these lairs. And once they seal this lair, I'm going to direct them over to the other lair. Each time you seal a lair, you generally get a reward, and I'll show you how you can review that. You press your B button, you go to offerings, see what your humble Denzians have provided. In this instance, we have a bomb. So all flying monsters will be destroyed. Great. I'll take that. Interesting here, you notice they use years and days a lot, which is kind of funny because obviously it's a real-time sim. It's a lot faster, but for their meager lives, generations rise and fall. I'm not even going to mention the fact that all these people are directly related to 2 lightning beings, which it's a town of 38, so quite a shocking level of incest. So now we have a follower who receives a psychic presence, and they're telling me that the woods, this location, might bode something useful to my new realm as a omnipotent being. So we're gonna blast through that and see what we can't find. That's another handy hint, is lightning will destroy your foes in any single area. So we're gonna lightning this away. Get that bat. Now that my civilization has been built, I'm gonna direct building to go to the other monster dome, which is gonna free me up a bit more time. to do my godly duties. You have a certain number of squares. It's like 8 or 9. That bird caw there, it was to signal that this owl had picked up my followers. If you're not careful, they can fly away with some of your people, and those blue dragons are going to destroy your houses if they get the option. We'll actually be... Oh, son of a bitch. We'll be destroying our houses later on, and I'll explain why. I know that might sound a little counterintuitive, but GokuAsthmatic, why would you want to massacre these people? Why would you take them out of their house? Oh, and speaking of which... So now we have a fire, and this will allow me to showcase another one of our spells. But I'm busy sealing the lair, so I can't actually select it yet. Really wish these guys would hurry up, because it's making me very angry that this fire is affecting my population. So this is a situation where you would want to use rain. We're going to send it down, and it clears up any pesky fire warnings. Now, here the child is commenting. It's quite brash of him, considering I'm the ruler here. I really don't think his opinion should come into play. But now there's, as you can see, still a few more monster domes. To get to those, we're going to have to destroy these trees. Oh, which brings me to draw upon leveling. Here you see we are now level 2, and that was thanks to all our hard work here, gaining our population. Each time your population goes up, it's going to increase your health. That's the main benefit. Now, you can get something called full population. You have to do a variety of tasks to please the programmers here, at which point they will award you the maximum amount of hit points. We're not going to be too concerned about that. This is just a run-through to give you a bit of the feel for the game so that you can make your own Let's Play Outremont. Now that we have made some leeway, I'm going to change the direction of the city's development. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and we're going to direct them to change it again so that we're covering the monster dome. And it's just that easy. Oh, so gotta watch those dragons. Now we can't quite get to this one yet. I wonder how we're gonna make it through. I mean, I do already know, but I'll keep you in suspense. Alright, so my psychic citizen is warning me about a strong disturbance in the ethereal chi. Really, as a god, this should be something I'm aware of. But we will be forced to rely on this knave's prospect. The rock in question is located right here. And, oh, there you see the owl taking the little people. Look at that. And we have a token to accept. It's the magical fire, which is your first spell. Believe me, this is going to come in very handy in our upcoming level, which we take on our boss for the Fillmore stage. But more on that later. I'd like to get into a bit of the history of this game. So while Mr. Yamajuji did do the score, we have Kohi Nakamura to thank for writing the game. It's interesting. He explained in an interview with Vogue that he woke sweaty from a dream that he had one night. of a distant medieval world populated by horrible things, small pixelated dogs, and it said, Mr. Nakamura, you have to make this game. You have to make it real. And he screamed and he cried because he didn't want to undertake that. But now we have it through a lot of... It took him most of the 80s to just plan out the designs here. But it was actually the best-selling video game of all time. So it's interesting that, you know, following your dreams, sometimes it does pay off for some people. Now you see we've gained the ability to build a bridge, and we can now cross over to this river and get rid of these pesky blue dragons. I don't know about you, but they've really been getting on my nerves here. So let's just finish up our development here. And we're gonna cross the Waterloo to make a little Napoleon joke there. Oh, I did want to mention, it is killing monsters that improves your XP. So not only population, but your actions as far as decimating these friends of evil. An unusual scroll. Oh my. Well, let's check it out. Oh, well, why didn't you say so? So here we have, it's actually a source of magic. I completely forgot here. I got a little foggy-headed. But this is your MP for the spells, the fire that we received earlier. And so we get that. You have to accept it. And then you have more spells when you are in the throes of battle. Strength of Angel. This is going to benefit the child who does shoot the arrows. And I mean, why the heck not? Let's take our bridge skill. I know, guys, this isn't quite exciting here, but you know, it's something that lets you see how the game works, gives you a feel for it, and don't worry, the action's coming back. You just gotta be patient. That dragon robbed more of my villagers' lives here, so I really want to cross the water and let him know my wrath. But that can wait. Just a little bit longer. Slay the other. Oh shoot, they just keep popping up. But let's get over there. Let's end this charade. Now he's not gonna bother me anymore, I'll tell you that much. Might as well finish up our landscaping. With the how often you get to landscape with lightning, eh? Not very often. But we get to. So that's part of the fun of ActRaiser, and I know you're all dying to go out there and play it. A lot of these games, it's getting hard to find them, but this one, that's still pretty reasonable. You can find it at your local Walmart. It's been released for the Sony Wii console, and I mean, so take a break from your COD, your mind grabbed, and maybe a little Halo 5 playthrough break, and go out there and try ActRaiser for the Super Nintendo. I think you won't be disappointed. So we have our bridge, almost ready to vanquish these foes. You like that? Dark Ritual complete. And we have annihilated them. Now, you see what they said there? My civilization level has improved. Uh-oh. Minotaurus. Alright. So my psychic is telling me that we have to go into the ground and fight this enemy before it's too late. But as I was mentioning before, our civilization level has grown up, which means we don't need these filthy huts anymore. So I'm going to do this. Don't worry, folks. I'm going to speed up the video. We'll meet back at the fun part. Just going to annihilate this population and replace them with these cool, funky purple houses. Hey guys, and we're back. So this is the most it's going to let us build until we go take care of that no good Minotaur. So here we go. Let's do it. And here you see us plunging into the depths of the earth in some fantastic System 7 use of the Super Nintendo. New foes. This is a bat creature. It moves upwards and downwards. It can be a little bit pesky. Fortunately, it's only a one-hit kill. Now we're gonna run into some knife hobbits and mealworms. These Skeletors, you can block their projectiles, which is handy. There's two routes you can go. I'm gonna show you the upstairs route. Some other Let's Plays on YouTube actually have the downstairs, so let's keep it fair and balanced here. Take out the Skeletors, the knife hobbits, and the mealworms. Let's demonstrate that backslash I was talking. Oh, so you can, believe me, you can slash backwards. It just doesn't want to do it for me here. But you don't have to be too careful. We're level 2, so we're not going to face the real big threats till a little bit later on. Now we have a red knife hobbit, exactly the same as the other species. Let's just leap across here. To receive this angel orb. Give me back some of my health. I wasn't sure what those did, but they're actually they're half apples. A bit more than your whole. I mean, a bit less, I should say. But hey, it all works. Took care of the sword-bearing lizard skeleton. I'm glad I didn't have to fight him with his skin still on. Over the spike pits. Now, in the Japanese version, if you land on any spike, it means instant death. They're a bit kinder in the NSTC. This, you only lose 1 health, except there are certain spike pits that we'll see later on in the game that do automatically kill you. So it's best to just avoid falling on them like the plague. As we go higher and higher into what is ironically a cave in the ground. But somehow the cave leads back up to a tower where we will have our final battle of this level. It's very close now. Here we encounter the dreaded beast and the mystical galaxy background. The thing about the Minotaur is he throws his axe at you like this. What you want to do is wait for the axe to fly. You give him a few swift chops. I'm going to demonstrate our magic spell right about now. Oh, I forgot to equip it. Oh well. Next time. And gotta be patient here. That is the thing. Bosses do have a lot more HP than we do, so you really got to make every hit count. And then get away. Don't go getting greedy. And there you have it. The first level of ActRaiser Part 2 now complete. All that's left for us to do is it's going to let us build a bit more, get our population as high as possible. Here they congratulate me. Unfortunately, our psychic assistance is now terminated due to the brute force of the Minotaur. But their sacrifice has allowed the rest of my people to prosper. Now we get some more MP. So I'm just going to finish building here. Thanks so much for watching. And be sure to tune in when we release episode 2. The Search for More Power. See you next time, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe all of my videos.